reality, when selling a property, right, every deal is like a poker game.
Hi, nice to meet you. I don't think my competitors focus on condos, so I believe this challenge I will have an edge.
I may be a HDB agent, but that doesn't stop me from doing well in this competition.
I have what it takes to win this challenge because I really don't see why not.
And we will announce who the winner is. The top agent who will receive the first offer letter is Nadiyah! Congratulations!
Thank you! Oh my god! I'm still very surprised that I won the first challenge. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
It was unanimous between the buyers and myself. You did really well.
Thank you, thank you.
Let me do my thing. Way too much, no time to think. At first we diving in. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
Since last episode, surprisingly, I won, right? So I'm just going to keep myself motivated. I'm pretty sure and kind of confident that I can win this again.
It's a brand new week. We win some, we lose some. I'm ready to get started.
Just $15,000 PropertyGuru credits will greatly help in my business as well as the exposure and branding for me.
Winning this competition is really a testament to the kind of preparation and the hard work that I put in my business.
I can't wait to start.
Alright agents, welcome back. You guys did an amazing job at the last challenge. This time you'll be showcasing an HDB of your choice to the client. Today's clients are Trifina and Dominic, a young dynamic duo who just tied the knot. They're on a hunt for their forever home. They love hosting, so they need a guest-friendly spot. They're passionate about cooking and baking, so a spacious and functional kitchen is a must. So agents, the mission is clear. Let's find them the perfect property that checks all their boxes. Let's go! Go! Let's do it! Our agents are ready to showcase 3 impressive HDBs to our discerning buyers. Let's take a sneak peek.
Today is the HDB, right, which is my forte. We are going to fall in love with the house and also with me.
I'm not very comfortable with HDB because I don't do too much of it, but I have done my research and I've already studied a lot on it, so hopefully I'm able to showcase a really good property to the buyers.
I'm feeling good about the challenge. I'm definitely very focused, alert. I want to really showcase how I'm able to sell a HDB differently as compared to a condo.
First up, we've got a stunning 4-bedroom corner unit at Senja Road. This home features an efficient layout, perfect for those who crave style and functionality.
Hi guys! What's up? Nice to meet both of you. Welcome to this 4-room unit.
Such a nice place.
I hope you like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Right, before we begin, maybe you want to share with me what's some important traits of the property
Yeah, okay.
that's actually important to you.
So actually for a house that we're looking at, right, we are very big on hosting. Our plan is that we're going to have parties every other week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from hosting people, anything else that's important?
Cooking is very important because we love to cook.
You guys are chefs.
Yeah.
Not me.
She helped me.
I watched.
I see. I think that's a good combination.
Yeah.
I try to focus a little bit more on being relatable and use a different method to sell the HDB. Just curious, how many people is going to live in this house?
For now, just 2 of us.
Planning to have kids too.
Yes, maybe about total 5 max. As in 5 of us, not 5 kids.
Okay, good to clarify.
Yeah.
I hear you when you talk about hosting guests. In fact, this entire space is actually designed for hosting larger groups.
Right.
We are able to categorize them into 3 different zones. Living area, the entertainment room, and the dining area that's right behind you,
Right.
zone number 3. You have a very functional kitchen for heavy cooking, using of the oven and so on. And you may not have noticed, but there's a bomb shelter right behind you.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
So you did notice. So we're now at the master room. It's pretty good sized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have sufficient space for bed and some wardrobe space.
Hey, I noticed there was a vanity there. Or is it there?
And there's a pull-out chair.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there's the pull-out chair over there.
A bit cramped.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, okay.
Address the concern, like she made something and he's just like, ha ha ha.
I think I would have preferred if he had shared a bit more why the previous owner decided to put the vanity there. Yeah, or like maybe ask us why we felt that the vanity space was too small.
Both common rooms get a lot of sunlight. I think it's a very good place for you to have a home office for now. Of course, when you guys have kids, you can transform it into a baby room.
Okay.
There's not enough room space. Because like if one boy, one girl, then a bit jialat already.
There doesn't seem to be like a lot of storage.
It's obvious that the client is looking for a big space. Evidently, this house is not big enough. But of course, as an agent selling the property, we have to overcome these challenges by trying to reframe their perspective on how they view spaces. I think the good point about this house is that the storage, which is also the bomb shelter, is tucked at that corner. I'm pretty sure it's big enough to fill it up with your stuff.
I wouldn't mind him asking a bit more questions because sometimes when you have a brief about your client also, it's very different from understanding from their point of view.
Otherwise, you won't get the full picture, and then you'll just feel like he's just trying to sell us a house. I also have one other concern.
Please.
I actually bought HDB with my mum.
Yeah,
My name is inside
in the HDB.
in the HDB.
Okay.
So how does that work now?
So when he threw me that question, it was actually a great moment where I could take advantage of to set up a next meeting so that we are able to find solutions and securing him as a buyer. The first thing to do is you need to be able to get your name out of the house. I think what we can do to discuss those details would be for me to set up a meeting with you maybe in a few days' time so we can run through the details of your family.
Good answer. He's good at answering.
Anything else?
I think just regarding space, because we are hosting a lot, I'm not sure if a 4-seater dining table will be enough.
I can understand where you're coming from. I think during the meeting we can also find creative ways to see how we can maximize the space at the floor plan.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks, Shawn.
Thank you so much.
I think Shawn is quite a professional agent.
I think I was very awkward at first.
Right, I think what's important
His eyes were a bit shifty when I first met him.
I think generally the showcase went pretty well, but I think there are still some concerns from us.
One thing that I did not find very nice was, let's say, the vanity. We addressed it and he kind of just brushed it off and said we'll talk about it on our next viewing.
He didn't really know how to handle my comment and my feedback. Yeah, so then he kind of like brushed it off and okay, let's go to move on.
I appreciated that he tried to ask for a meetup so that he could understand my mum a bit more. Yeah, I think overall, I would like to meet him again to see how he handles the situation.
Next, we have an executive apartment in Pasir Ris Drive that redefines contemporary living.
Hi guys, welcome to Seashell View. Come on in. This house is an executive apartment, 146 square meter. You will love the whole house, but you're gonna love me already.
I hope so.
Okay? By looking at their faces, right, I can tell they already love the house. Trifina was like smiling all the way. This is where you can do your baking. I know you love baking.
I haven't been introduced yet. You know my name, I don't know your name.
Oh, my name is Nadiyah. I feel clumsy actually. I didn't even introduce myself. Basically, I was like overexcited. So I know that you love cooking.
Yes, I love
and
to
you
study.
wanted an island kitchen.
Yes.
So this kitchen gives you a lot of space for you to move around. You cook, you put here. You cook, you put here. Yeah?
Very, very nice.
All the common bedrooms are actually quite big, can fit a king size bed with no problem. But the most important thing is that you are getting natural light coming in.
Yes.
Alright? You don't need to go to a hotel for staycation because this room itself is already like a hotel, don't you think so?
Yeah.
But I think the icing on the cake would be this one. Ta-da!
Wow.
It's a walk-in wardrobe. This is the best place to be. The reason why the owner call it a seashell view is because they are facing the seashell park. So on your right here is where you have all the amenities, shops, clinics and all that. Over here you're facing the south, so it's always breezy and windy.
That's true.
Come, let's go to the living room now. Shall we?
Wait, before we go, is there also a place to like laundry? Can you do laundry here?
Laundry was actually in the kitchen.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so maybe later on I'll show you.
Sure. The pace of moving through the whole house was a little too quick for me.
So this is the living area.
Right.
How do you guys feel?
So far, so good.
Really?
Is it okay if I take a look at some of the storage spaces? I think storage is quite a big thing for me.
The owner here, like I said, look at all the spaces over here. In fact, this is where the laundry is.
Oh.
Yeah. So they have it here and the window over here to ensure that the hot air will exit from this window.
Okay.
And you want more storage? This is actually storage. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But then when you close it, it looks like a feature.
Yeah.
Don't you think this is smart?
Yeah,
actually.
Right.
It is. But I do have a concern. My name is currently under the same HDB as my mum.
Okay, so there's two ways. One is actually to take out, there's only ways to take out your name.
That would mean my mum will have to buy another place on her own lah.
Correct. I know the answer. Okay, but I felt that I could have answered it better because when the questions came in, the feeling was like gabra. There's only ways. Maybe it's because the competition actually got into my head, you know. In a casual conversation, right, I'm pretty sure I aced that question. Okay guys, I hope you really enjoy the house and enjoy the tour. But do you have any more questions?
No, I think we're good for now.
Thank you so much and I'll see you guys again.
I felt the rapport wasn't so good today, to be honest. There were a lot of clashing.
I quite like Nadiyah because she's quite easy to talk to and she's very excitable. But I think sometimes that excitement kind of engulfs whatever I'm trying to say.
So on your right here is where you have all the amenities, shops, clinics and all that.
How about noise?
Noise. It's a park. Yeah.
But
You see all you
are
can
there any
hear.
schools nearby?
Schools, yes.
Because of that, sometimes I don't really get to get my voice out. Because she already knew about us from whatever she knew beforehand. So she just kind of put us into that mold.
I would have also found it a little bit more relatable if she had offered to maybe meet up with us again to kind of like discuss a little bit more, and especially with his scenario, I think it would have helped a bit more if she had offered that option to us.
Finally, we have a well-renovated 4-bedroom executive apartment situated in Punggol Central. This stylish home combines modern elegance with cozy vibes.
Hello. Hi. Keep coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, welcome to your dream home. I heard that you guys like to entertain your guests and all that.
correct.
So the space is something that is really very nice in this EA. For the dining area, can easily seat 8 to 10 people, no problem. They actually only renovated the place 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, correct. This is the living room. So basically here the width to width is very comfortable. It's about almost 4 meters. This living area, right, is completely separate from the dining area. You get this separation of space.
Oh, I noticed that the kitchen is actually hidden.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a game that I wanted to play with y'all. So I wanted to ask you where's the kitchen?
Oh, is it? It gave it away. Oh
She
no.
makes them laugh a lot. That's nice.
It's actually a concealed door, you're right. So I'll just bring you to the kitchen, okay? So basically for the kitchen, when you walk in, right, the first thing you're gonna see is this storeroom. You can definitely put like luggages, you can put all your toilet paper, all your normal miscellaneous stuff. The entire kitchen, right, they actually switched up this induction and 1 hob. Probably more child-friendly. Will you guys wanna start a family next time?
Actually, yes.
Oh, okay. So this one will be quite good arrangement for you. And they also did up this Stegan. Yeah, only owner-occupied units have this kind of Stegan. This is another reason why this unit is really a standout because everything is already done up. Yeah. Is this design comfortable for you?
So far, whatever that we've seen seems quite okay. Like the space and the design also.
Okay, that's good. Okay. This is the master bedroom. The owner actually put this mirror to make the entire space look bigger.
Yeah.
Then also they did up this entire L-shaped cabinets as well as the showroom to feature your bags, your shoes, perfumes. Another thing that they actually did to maximize the space is to do this storage bay. This size, is it comfortable for you?
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world.
So this common room is actually for their daughter. They completely replaced the entire HDB tiles. So again, we reiterate the point of this is already moving condition. Everything is already done up very recently as well.
She's a nice flow, you know. Yeah. But Shawn doesn't have that nice flow.
How do you feel about the house and if there's any questions so far?
Okay, I do have an area of concern. I have a BTO with my mum.
But your name is inside the house?
Yes, correct.
Oh, then if that's the case, you have to sell the house first.
My mum how?
Yeah, you have to sell the house first, then after use the proceeds to actually get your mum a separate home before you can buy this house. This decoupling thing is a very common thing which we as agents need to know as a fundamental basic. So HDB cannot decouple, only private can.
Like another agent tell me can decouple.
Cannot, HDB cannot decouple.
Already, yeah.
Convert cannot.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, okay. I have spoken to a lot of agents before. A lot of them actually gave me different answers with regards to whether we can decouple or not.
I don't know who's the one that said it. Maybe Shawn, because Nadiyah is quite adept in HDB, right? Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, not everyone is good at their job. You should probably go and study more. I hope that it's Nadiyah because Nadiyah has been winning.
I would have appreciated more effective guidance rather than... Okay, how I felt was If you want, then you want, or if you don't want, then you don't want. Yeah.
Then also another thing, here is actually 1 km to the famous Mito school. Because you want to have children next time, I think also having like schools nearby to know what schools are nearby is quite important also.
Wait, why is Mito famous?
Mito is a 名校, is a famous famous school.
I don't know. We haven't done our research. Okay, but thanks for letting us know.
Mito school is like got a lot of families that will buy within 1 km just to get their children into the school. Because now it's very competitive, like primary school, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. Got any questions, feel free to message me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I feel like Claire is very professional. She answers a lot of questions without us having to ask them. So I think that is something that Thrive really likes.
She was very, very prepared with like what we are looking for in a house, down to like us wanting to have a family. Then, you know, school is like something that we will need to consider, which we didn't even think about it. Yeah, which I really appreciated a lot. And I think it was something that was very special about her.
So we've seen all three of them. I really feel like there's one very strong contender.
There is also definitely someone on my mind. Yeah.
Alright, we are back. It was an amazing effort today. I was blown away.
I think I screwed up.
You think you screwed up?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll dive into that. Yourself, Shawn?
I think 5.10.
5 upon 10?
I-
Oh, you're very
yeah.
harsh. You are your greatest critique.
Really?
No, but we'll review yours as well. And you, Claire?
I did my best that I can do at this point in time.
Let's find out whether your best is good enough. I'm gonna start with Shawn, okay? It was a marked improvement from the last episode. You front-loaded your questions for the buyer. You used the answers from the questions to be more relatable to the buyer. You came with a lot of information, which is great. A lot of information is always great. However, it just seems a little bit out of place in the flow of your story. Maybe plan your route and plan the information when you want to put it. You might have it in your head, but it doesn't feel like it's got a smooth flow. Okay, so this is a feedback from the clients. There were certain points that they said something. For example, oh, the vanity area is too small. And you kind of just laughed it off. Another point was they said they might need more storage, and you said that, oh, the household shelter might be enough for you. Maybe more value add, give them solutions on how they can overcome the storage issue, since it's like a persistent theme for them. However, your curveball question, A star, super distinction. You know, you gave them two very clear options, decouple or sell. And then you went on to say you can share more detail over a cup of coffee. And that's a good opportunity to close them. So that was a perfect answer. Well done. Now let's move on to Nadiyah, our HDB queen. However, you had a rough start. You kind of forgot to even introduce yourself. Yeah, maybe a bit nervous, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the showing. And then this time around, you didn't ask them as many questions. Yes, you did your homework. However, they felt you could have asked them more questions, you know, to know them on a deeper level. It seemed that when they asked questions, instead of fully answering their question, your focus was on the house, when the focus should be on them at that point. But then again, you did charm them with your warmth and personality, and they felt that they could relate to you most. So well done, good job.
Thank you.
Okay, Claire, it was a commendable effort today. You asked them a lot of questions, and the information you gave them at the right time was really good. Trifina, she was very impressed, and you even gave her information that she didn't even know that she needed. Because of the homework you did and the laughter and banter, it allowed an organic storytelling. So you killed it? Now let's come to the curveball question. You know what I'm going to say. How can you let him buy this unit that you just showed, right? Based on your experience, you thought you couldn't, but actually it's factually not correct, right? You can actually do that. You could have said, okay, maybe there could be an exception, but I'll try my best to find a solution for you. Appeal, exactly.
Yeah.
Because as agents, we want to close the deal. Find a solution for him. So unfortunately, that was the wrong answer, which was sad because everything else was really good. And with that, the top agent for this week's challenge who will receive the PropertyGuru letter of offer is...
Let me do my thing. Way too much, no time to think. At first we diving in, both hands up to the sky again. And we live it loud, scream like nobody around. It's what it's all about. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.